She had sailed the oceans longer than most people had lived, and the crew whispered about her strange habits for decades, but no one knew the truth behind the 99-year-old woman who lived on a cruise ship. Before we dive deeper, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video to join our journey and never miss another video. Every morning, the passengers of the Grand Cruise ship would notice her sitting by the railing, her frail hands clutching the cold metal. As her eyes scanned the endless horizon, she moved slowly, but with a surprising steadiness for someone who had seen nearly a century of life. The crew often whispered about her private cabin, a place no one was allowed to enter, and yet lights flickered from within at odd hours, and soft laughter sometimes echoed down the empty hallways. The woman never spoke much about her past, and when asked she would simply smile and shake her head. But those who watched closely noticed a spark in her eyes, as if she held secrets the ocean itself would envy. Rumors began to spread among passengers that she had once been part of a secret expedition that sailed the world, collecting rare artifacts and documenting mysterious islands that no longer existed. Some claimed they saw old maps tucked under her pillow, while others swore they glimpsed a strange locket hanging from her neck, engraved with symbols no one recognized. The ship seemed to bend its schedule around her. Some nights the engines would mysteriously slow, and the crew claimed the sea itself seemed to obey her presence. She would walk the deck at midnight, whispering to the waves, and sometimes leaving small offerings of flowers that floated away silently into the dark water. One evening, a young crew member decided to follow her quietly to see where she went. She tiptoed behind her as she descended to the lower decks and slipped through a narrow corridor that led to a room hidden from all maps and cameras. When the door creaked open, he saw a room filled with old photographs and journals from around the world, photographs of places that had vanished, journals filled with stories that could change history, and in the corner, a large chest overflowing with objects that looked ancient and priceless. He froze in awe, realizing that the 99-year-old woman was guarding treasures that could belong in a museum, or perhaps belonged nowhere at all. She turned slowly and caught him staring. Her gaze, piercing yet gentle, made him step back. But she simply gestured for him to come closer. She spoke for the first time in weeks, her voice soft but commanding. "You are the first to see this in many years," she said, and continued to tell him that her life had been dedicated to traveling the seas, protecting secrets that some would kill to possess. She revealed that the cruise ship was more than a vacation vessel. It was a sanctuary for knowledge and mystery, a floating world where history could be preserved without fear of theft or destruction. The young crew member listened in awe, realizing that every story he had ever heard about her paled in comparison to the reality unfolding before his eyes. Night after night, he continued to visit the secret room and learned about her adventures across continents, how she had survived storms, pirates, and political turmoil to ensure that knowledge and relics were kept safe. She told him about friends lost to the oceans and foes who had tried to track her down but never succeeded. Because she knew the sea in ways most people could not imagine, she showed him letters from people who had vanished, from history maps to hidden coves and diaries of explorers whose names had been erased from books. But there was one story she refused to tell, about a voyage so dangerous that even speaking its name was forbidden. Instead, she would simply look out the window at the endless waves and sigh a long, deep sigh, as if the ocean itself had taken a piece of her heart during that journey. The young crew member sensed the gravity in her silence, understanding that some secrets were kept not for glory, but for protection. Weeks passed, and the passengers began to notice that strange things were happening on board. The 99-year-old woman would suddenly disappear for hours, only to reappear as if nothing had happened. Some reported seeing her appear on the bridge at night, giving instructions to the captain, who seemed puzzled, and some claimed that she could sense storms before the weather system detected them. It became clear that she had a connection to the ship that went beyond normal comprehension. One evening, during a violent storm, the ship was tossed by enormous waves, and the crew struggled to keep control. The young crew member remembered her words and ran to find her. She was standing on the deck, calmly facing the tempest as if she were challenging it. She beckoned him to join her, and together they guided the ship through the storm, using knowledge from her decades of experience and perhaps secrets from the journals she kept. The storm passed, leaving the passengers shaken but safe, and the crew finally understood that this 99-year-old woman was no ordinary traveler. She was the guardian of the seas. Aboard her floating sanctuary, in the quiet aftermath, she shared her final lesson with the young crew member about the importance of courage, curiosity, and preserving the unseen wonders of the world. She explained that every object she had collected, every journal and map had a purpose, and that life itself was the greatest adventure waiting to be discovered. She urged him to continue protecting the secrets and to always remember that the world held mysteries beyond imagining. The ship sailed on peacefully, and the passengers looked at her differently now. They no longer saw a frail old woman. They saw a living legend, a figure who had dedicated her life to guarding stories that might otherwise be lost to time. And though she would eventually leave the ship, as all travelers must, her presence lingered like a shadow on the waves, inspiring everyone to seek adventure, cherish knowledge, and embrace the unknown. Asterisk. And so the 99-year-old woman continues her journey across the oceans, leaving behind whispers of her extraordinary life and the secrets she guards, like a shadow moving silently across the waves. Every passenger who crosses her path carries a piece of her story and perhaps a spark of curiosity to seek out the unknown. Her life reminds us that age is never a limit to adventure, and that some mysteries are meant to inspire wonder rather than be fully solved. If her story amazed you and made you think about the hidden adventures that might exist in the world around you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another incredible tale from the far corners of the earth and oceans. Leave a like if you were inspired by her courage and her wisdom, and share this video with friends or family who love stories that are stranger than fiction. And remember that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered, secrets that might be hiding in plain sight, and lessons that can only be learned by those brave enough to pay attention. The 99-year-old woman reminds us to stay curious, to value knowledge, to protect what is precious, and to embrace every day as an adventure, whether on land or at sea. So stay tuned for more unbelievable stories, more legends from the past, and more extraordinary people whose lives will leave you questioning what you think you know about the world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single story, and join our journey into the unknown, because the ocean of mysteries is vast, and her story is only the beginning. Asterisk. If this story of the 99-year-old woman living on a cruise ship amazed you and left you wondering what secrets the world might be hiding, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and join our community of curious minds who love exploring the unknown and uncovering unbelievable stories. Every like helps us bring you more incredible tales from across the globe, and every comment you leave could be the start of a new conversation about mysteries that defy imagination. Share this video with your friends and family so they too can experience the thrill of discovering stories that are stranger than fiction, and remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single story from the hidden corners of the world, because the adventure doesn't stop here. There are countless legends forgotten by time, people with extraordinary lives and secrets waiting to be revealed. And you can be the first to hear them by subscribing. You're not just joining a channel, you're joining a journey into the unknown, a journey that will take you across oceans, into secret rooms, and into the lives of people who have lived extraordinary adventures. You'll see things that most people only dream about, and you'll learn lessons about courage, curiosity, and the mysteries of life itself. So, if you loved following the incredible life of this 99-year-old woman and want more stories that will make you question what you thought you knew about the world, hit subscribe, like this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments and share it with someone who loves discovering secrets and chasing adventure, because the next unbelievable story is just around the corner and you don't want to miss it.